Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Chiquita and this is my channel, Business Specifics, where I discuss all things business related. So if that's something you're interested in, please feel free to click that subscribe button below and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll never miss an upload. Getting into today's topic, we're going to discuss safety. As notaries and loan signing agents, we deal with the general public. Oftentimes, if we're mobile, we have to commute and travel to their house. And oftentimes that can be in unknown neighborhoods that we're not too familiar with. And it can be even up into the wee hours of the night, depending on your job assignment and depending on if you operate your business 24 hours. And with that being said, I think that safety is very important. I think there are certain precautionary steps that everybody should take to ensure their safety and ensure that they leave in one piece and unharmed. And oftentimes when you can be thrown in situations that are kind of sketchy or where you have to respond or react quickly, you can freeze. And that could literally be the split second between life and death for you. And I just wanted to share some safety tips that I practice and that I think everybody can benefit from. So before I get into those tips, I just wanted to give you guys a little insight of my background. So before I got into the notary loan signing agent profession, I previously worked in law enforcement for 15 years. So I've seen literally the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I've seen a lot of stuff, read a lot of cases, interacted with a lot of people, and people are very unpredictable. I mean, there are some people that seem so nice and so intelligent and just like that at the drop of the dime, they can flip out and do something crazy. I've interacted with a lot of psychopaths, sociopaths, serial killers, serial rapists, you name it. I've had experience with them. So I don't mean to say this to scare people or make people nervous about doing their job, but I just say this so that you can keep that in the back of your head and not assume that everybody's nice and everything's always going to go smooth. You always need to, how can I say this? Enter every situation and think about, okay, if something were to go wrong or something were to happen, how am I going to exit? How am I going to escape this situation? And how am I going to alert somebody? How am I going to get help? You need to be thinking about these things. Don't go into things just like, it's just another day in the neighborhood, getting this money, doing these signings and, happy, happy, joy, joy, because it's not always that. Okay, you guys. So my first tip that I do is every time I get an assignment, whether it be with a signing service, direct, or just general notary work, I always look up the address. Granted, that should be a no-brainer. But I get on either my phone or I'll just get on my computer and I'll look up the address. I'll look up the neighborhood. Sometimes if I can do the satellite, zoom and okay, this is the situation. Okay, that's what's happening. This is what the house looked like. This is what the neighborhood looks like. So I can kind of get a feel for the environment that I'm fixing to go into. That's first and foremost. So I can see if, okay, I'm familiar with this area. Okay, I'm not too familiar with this area. Or, ooh, this area is not in a very good place that is welcoming to me. So that's pretty much self-explanatory. Tip number 2. And if you see me looking down, I have all my notes wrote down here, so I'm looking down to stay on track. Tip number 2, share your GPS location with trusted individuals. So every time that I get an assignment, I make sure that I share my share the address with at least 2 people that I trust. And 2 people that care enough to check on me and be concerned about my whereabouts and that kind of know my routine. Like, okay, She typically takes maybe up to 30-40 minutes to do these signings. So if anything goes longer than that, I need to call and check on her to make sure she's okay. What time is your signing? And about how long are you going to be on this signing? So I always make sure to give that information. And the people that I typically share that information with are my mother and father. And they know my schedule, they know me, they know what I do better than anybody. And, you know, I trust them with my life. So I make sure to always send them that information. If you have it to where you can share and it can track your location and you send that to them where they can see, you know, in real time as you move, cool, do that. If you just want to send them the address, send them the address. Let's see, number 3. Trust your gut. Your gut will almost never fail you. Your instinct is what God gave you so that you could maneuver throughout life and make the decisions that need to be made for you. So trust your gut. If you show up and something don't feel right or something's off or a little weird or strange or you get this feeling, you need to go with that, because 9 out of 10 times it's correct. And even if for the slim chance of it not being correct, I would rather be safe than sorry. That's it. And you owe nobody an explanation. If you don't feel safe, you don't feel safe. Okay? And if anybody has a problem with that, oh well. Next one. Scope out the scene. So whenever I go to a signing, I'm always looking. So when I get out of before I get out of my car, I'm looking around to see if there's anybody looking at me, watching me, anybody lurking around a corner, anybody behind my car, in my peripheral, anywhere. I'm looking before I get out because I'm looking so I don't get mugged and get hit in the head, get kidnapped, whatever. But I'm just looking at my surroundings. When I get inside their home, I'm scoping it out. I'm looking around to see how many people are in the home that I can account for. I'm looking around to see if there's anything that's off or not right with that environment. I'm looking around for, okay, where's the back door? Okay, where's the garage door? Okay, where is everything? I'm also looking around to see if they have any like just crazy things, because you never know what you're going to walk into. Any weapons laying around that's like, okay. Any narcotics laying around. Anything crazy that ain't in the norm. I'm scoping it out and I'm looking, okay? But the major thing is you need to be aware of other people that are in the home, because you don't want to just think, okay, it's just Jane Doe and John Doe, and then they got 3 or 4 other people who are in the back room, and you just don't want to be surprised. You know, you want to, if you can hear other people, just know, okay, there's other people around. Okay, I don't know how many, but there's other people around. But just be aware. Let's see. Okay, we talked about scoping out potential exits. Another good thing, so in law enforcement, if you can always pretty much tell people that are in law enforcement or that have that background, because they're never going to sit with their back to the exit. They always want to see who coming through that door. And they're always kind of looking around and checking out everything, because it's just in you. That's just part of the nature. That's just part of what you do. So if you can help it, I would never sit with my back to the door. I want to see everybody who's walking in that room, going to walk through that front door. I never want to be caught off guard. If you can, sit somewhere where your back is up against the wall, where you have full view of the whole room. Let's see. Oh, now moving on to the most important thing. You need to have something with you to protect yourself. So I know most people think that it always results to people having a bang bang, but that's not always the case. There are non-lethal things that you can have with you that can be effective in protecting you if someone tries to attack you. So those things, people, I'm gonna show you my keys. So these are my keys. I always have these in my hand. I never put my keys in my bag because if I have to jet and get up from somewhere, I got my keys and I got my phone. And these keys can be a weapon. See this? When I'm walking to my car at night, or just walking somewhere by myself or somewhere that's a little sketchy, I got this in my hand. I just walk with my keys beside me and I got this in my hand. Because if you roll up on me, guess what? You're gonna get stuck. Or, you know, you put these keys in between your fingers, and if you got to, across that face. Or if you carry enough clunky stuff, which, you know, a lot of people do, you know, if you got a bop across the face, throw them. I wouldn't suggest throwing them because, you know, how you gonna make your great escape? But these keys can become a weapon. Oh, let me not mess my keys up, y'all. Okay, number 2, and I'm gonna insert the picture up here because I don't have those with me right now. Cat eyes. So a lot of women carry those. Again, it's something that it's shaped like the ears of a cat, and put your finger through it, and it's something that you can carry in your hand and have on your keychain. And if you gotta, there it is. That's pretty much self-explanatory. The next thing, the obvious thing, pepper spray. Pepper spray is good to have. That's self-explanatory. No need for explanation. It's not going to kill anybody unless they're, like, unfortunately allergic or they have some type of reaction to it. But, you know, that's their bad because they shouldn't have put themselves in that predicament for you to use it on them in the first place. But that's effective. Most people are, that's going to be their reaction. That's going to give you enough time to get away. Next thing is a taser. That's something else that is self-explanatory. It shouldn't kill people unless they have like a pacemaker or some kind of heart condition. But like I said before, if you put yourself in that situation, it is what it is. Like the old saying, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Pretty much. And you can buy them. They can be big, small, very inconspicuous. You don't have to have it out on the table and they're looking like, you know, you could have it in your pocket, in your jacket, on the side of your bag, somewhere that's easily accessible. Especially if you're walking alone at night and you're a female and you're a little nervous, or it's a little sketchy where you're at, or you're in unfamiliar territory, you can use that. Let's see. Is this the last one? Yeah. Last but not least, pocket knife. There it is. You can get a small one, have it in your pocket, side of your bag, on your keychain, and do what you got to do. Now, something that I think is really cool that I want to share with you, it's an app. So the app is called, let me pull it up right now. I'm probably going to put it on the screen somewhere over here. I apologize. It's called So Secure by ADT. And I think this is a wonderful thing to have. So basically, this app just, if you allow it, it tracks your location. And if you're ever in an emergency, you can just slide or press a button and it contacts them and lets them know that, you know, it's an emergency and you need help. They have your location, so they dispatch police to you. There's even a thing where you can video call them if you're able to do so they can see kind of like what's going on, I guess. You can chat with them. If it's something where you can't do something like that and you just got to act like it's a text message, they have a chat option where you can chat with them. And then, of course, they have some other features on it that is you pay a monthly subscription for those. But just the main function of it, it is free. So again, the app is called So Secure by ADT, and I will link that below. So if you enjoyed this video and other videos like this, please hit the like button. If you have any comments, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Also, I do have an Instagram page that I am active on every day, and I will link my handle right here. It is business_specifics. So until next time.